Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Solve. In today's video, we are going to look at Mediterranean Sea. The very important region, the very important topic. UPSC has asked 3 previous questions from this topic. Now in this video, we will solve those 3 previous questions as well. Anyway, without wasting much time, let's start. So first, let's see where this region is located. Now here we have the Mediterranean Sea, right? And the surrounding regions include here the Atlantic and the Indian Ocean. Now the oil route from this Pacific Persian Gulf is going through Mediterranean Sea and reaching the Atlantic. So it's a very important region for this oil transportation. So here is the Persian Gulf, and from here through the Strait of Hormuz, the oil would be transported through the Strait of Bab el Mandab into the Red Sea, and from Red Sea into the Mediterranean through the Suez Canal. Right here we have the Suez Canal. From the Mediterranean Sea through the Strait of Gibraltar to the Atlantic. So it's a very important region for the oil transportation as well. Now if you look at the surrounding water bodies, here we can find Black Sea, then here we have Caspian Sea, Aral Sea as well. Now Caspian Sea and Aral Sea, even though we call it as sea, they are not actually seas, rather they are lake, right? Seas should be bordering with the oceans, but Caspian Sea there and Aral Sea they are enclosed. Anyway, like from Aral Sea, UPSC has asked a question earlier, complete different topic. Anyway, this is where the Mediterranean Sea is located. Now let's take a detailed look at the region and let's look at the bordering nations of this region, right? So here we have Europe and Africa, and then we have Asia. It is sort of in this tri-junction of this Europe, Africa and Asia. Now here we have Morocco, then Spain. Spain is part of Europe and Morocco part of Africa, and this is the region where we have the Strait of Gibraltar. Strait of Gibraltar is separating Spain from Morocco, or separating Europe from Africa. Now strait means narrow channel of water body connecting two water bodies, or you can say narrow channel of water body separating two land regions. Anyway, this is the Strait of Gibraltar. Similarly, here we have another strait which is called as Bosphorus Strait. This nation is Turkey. Some part of the Turkey is there in Europe and the majority of the Turkey is in Asia. So there we have an important city called as Istanbul is located here near the strait on part of the European side. So here we have the Bosphorus Strait, then another strait here, Dardanelles Strait. These are the two straits separating Asia from the Europe. Mainly it is the Bosphorus Strait. And you can see here the Black Sea is located here. So Black Sea is connected with the Mediterranean Sea through the Bosphorus Strait. Now the next important strait here is the Suez Canal, which is located here, connecting Red Sea. Red Sea is located here. Red Sea with the Mediterranean is connected by Suez Canal. Now let's check out the bordering nations. First from the Europe. So we have Spain, Madrid is the capital. Then we have say France, Monaco, which is a small nation locating here. Then we have Italy. Then here this water body is Adriatic Sea. And the Adriatic Sea, the bordering nations include Slovenia, Croatia, then Bosnia, Herzegovina, Montenegro, Albania. And this region here, this nation is the Greece, right? This region is the Balkan Peninsula, right? This region is the Balkan Peninsula. And here we have this water body, Ionian Sea. So these Mediterranean Sea, itself is called as by different names in these regions. Adriatic Sea here, then Ionian Sea here, then Tyrrhenian Sea here, then Ligurian Sea here, right? As well as we have say Balearic Sea here because of these Balearic Islands located here, right? So once again the nations Spain, France, Monaco, Italy, Slovenia, Croatia, Bosnia, Herzegovina, Montenegro, Albania and Greece. Okay. Then here we have Aegean Sea is located here, which very important region, Aegean Sea. And this region, this island is called as Crete Island of part of Greece, and it was in news recently. So here this sea is called as Sea of Crete. Okay, so when you hear the words Crete, it is located here, please keep that in mind. Another important island located here is the island of Sicily. Now if you have seen the movie The Godfather, so here that this word is mentioned, right? Sicily. It is part of the Italy. Okay. Then moving on to the Asian nations, we have Turkey sharing border with Mediterranean. Then very frequently in news, Syria. Okay, Syria is sharing border with Mediterranean. Then we have, say here, Lebanon, capital is Beirut, and recently it was in news because a huge explosion took place in Beirut because of the ammonium nitrate they were storing in this port city, and it it caused devastation, and the sad videos were very viral, and it was in news. So Lebanon is also sharing border with Mediterranean. Then we have Israel as well as Palestine located here. Both are sharing some part of the Mediterranean. Then here we have the Egypt, right? So there is another nation here which is Jordan. Now Jordan is not sharing border with the Mediterranean. That also keep in mind. So these are the West Asian nations that are sharing border with Mediterranean, notably Turkey, Syria. Then we have Lebanon, Israel, Palestine, right, are sharing border with Mediterranean. Now here we have another nation which is Cyprus. Not part of West Asia, it's more of considered together with European nation, but anyway it's an island nation sharing border with the Mediterranean. Now when it comes to the European nations, as we can see here, Egypt, then Libya, Tripoli is the capital and it was in news recently, Tripoli, then Tunisia, Algeria, Morocco. Now these are the bordering nations of Mediterranean. And the important oceans, I already mentioned that you have to keep in mind. Here we have Aegean Sea, then Adriatic Sea located here, Ionian Sea located here. This region is the Ionian Sea. And here we have the Adriatic Sea. Mainly we have Italy, then Slovenia, Croatia, then Albania, Montenegro, Bosnia and Herzegovina. And these are the regions sharing border with the Adriatic Sea. Now one important river which is located here, which is draining into the Mediterranean Sea, please remember the word, the river is Tiber. This is the river which is flowing through Vatican City, right? Vatican City, the river which is flowing through the region is the Vatican City, the smallest country in Europe. And here, the Tiber is the river which is flowing through the Vatican City and it's flowing into the Mediterranean. So these are the bordering nations of the Mediterranean Sea. Now let's take a look at the previous question that has been asked from this topic. As I told you earlier, there are 3 previous questions. We will solve all the 3 in this video itself. So the first one, and it was asked in 2019. This is a 2019 question. So here consider the following pairs. It's a pair type of question. On one side, we have been given sea and the bordering nations. So please pause the video and try to solve this question by yourself. It's a 5 statement question. Don't worry, it's an easy question. So pause the video and try to solve it yourself. Now that hope you have done that. So the Adriatic Sea, Albania, Black Sea, Croatia, Caspian Sea, Kazakhstan, Mediterranean, Morocco, Red Sea, Syria. These are the options. So very important options are here. You don't need to know all the 5 of these options to find the answer. In fact, you will be able to find the answer with just one option here. You can find here Black Sea and Croatia. Now if you look at the Black Sea and Croatia, Black Sea is completely different side of the Mediterranean, right? This is the Black Sea and here we have the Croatia and here there are different other nations are there. So anyway, Croatia cannot share border with Black Sea, and if you can identify that, you can easily find the answer for this question by eliminating the option 2. So option 2, Black Sea, Croatia is wrong, so you can eliminate A, C and D can be eliminated, and straight away the answer comes out as B, which is 1, 3 and 4 only. Looking at 1, Adriatic Sea, Albania, true. I'll show you the image, Adriatic Sea, which is located here, and we have the Albania located here. Then the third one, Caspian Sea, Kazakhstan. So Caspian Sea is not here located. You can find this image. Here we have the Caspian Sea, and this is a nation which is sharing border with the Kazakhstan is sharing border with the Caspian Sea. Then we have Mediterranean Sea, Morocco. We have already seen that. Another one is Red Sea, Syria. Now you have to remember that the Syria is located here and Red Sea towards the south of that region. So Syria is not sharing border with the Red Sea. Now if you study using these logics, and you will be able to eliminate and find the answer. Now please think about this. When you first saw this question, did you think it's a very tough question because 5 options are given? But if you know few of the basic things, you would be able to crack the question. And as the number of statements increase, the difficulty of the question would be reduced. Okay, we have introduced a new course for the prelims 2021. Let's locate. And through this course, the entire world mapping would be covered. In recent years, in the last 3 years, 10 questions have been asked from the world mapping. And keeping that in mind, this course is designed to answer all the questions, to enable you to answer all the questions from the world map. So the continent wise, the discussion, the individual videos would be there, and the physical features like volcanoes, rivers, lakes, like all those things would be, physical features would be discussed, as well as the political features and the locations. Now if you're interested, from the link given in the description below, please check out the course. Now moving on to the next previous question. So this question was asked in 2017. Mediterranean Sea is a border of which of the following countries? As always, as I told you earlier, please pause the video and try to solve this question by yourself. So here we can, the bordering nations has been asked. Mediterranean Sea is a border of which of the countries? So Jordan, Iraq, Lebanon, Syria. So here we can find Jordan is not sharing border with Mediterranean. So after reading Jordan, we are eliminating the option A and D. Now comparing the remaining options, it is understood 3 is already right. Okay. So we have to choose between either Iraq or Syria. Now definitely Syria is sharing border with the Mediterranean, and thereby the answer comes out as C, which is 3 and 4 only. Now next question, it was asked in 2015. This question was asked in 2015. Which one of the following countries of the Southwest Asia does not share or does not open out to the Mediterranean Sea? If you really look at it, this question was asked in 2015. The next question came in 2017 from the same area. This question was regarding which one of the following does not share border. 2017 they asked the question like which of the following are sharing border with the Mediterranean. And 2019 they asked a question like different from that region interlinking other parts of the Mediterranean Sea. So when you study map, the bordering countries or nations, bordering nations of the seas which are in news are really important. So try to focus on those areas. In our course, Let's Locate also, we will be discussing the bordering nations of different oceans which are in news. Anyway, here this question, the answer is very simple. Here the B is the right answer. Jordan is not sharing border with Mediterranean. Rather, Syria, Lebanon and Israel, all 3 are sharing border with Mediterranean. I hope you liked the video, and in the link given in the description below, please check out the current affairs plus course. All the current affairs topic which are from geography is given in the course, and all the places in news is also discussed in the course, and which will enable you to answer all the prelims questions from the world map for 2021 as well as from the other current affairs areas of geography. Now once again, thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe.